Okay, we got a jar, paper, black pen, or blue pen. We are going to get water from the sink. Okay. Normally, people who think of freezer spells, they just put the names of their um, enemies. Put it in the jar, place some water, put it in the freezer, and that's it. And it's intended to stop someone's actions towards you or someone you love. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just going to show you another way. Now, we get our white sheet, our pencil, or what? A black pen for your enemies. You're going to write down your enemy's name either 3 or 9 times. 3 is for manifestation, to bring things to reality. 9 is more control, so it's up to you. Some people will say doing it 3 times is enough. Doing it 9 times is stronger. Each one is powerful in its own way, but I'm going to just do it 3 times. So I already wrote my enemy's name, John Doe, just for an example, 3 times on what? White paper and a black ink pen. His birthday as well, just for an example. Now, normally this is where people would just place it in the jar, but what I like to do is put my name, just for an example, but I'm just gonna put Jane Doe, just for an example, with what? A blue ink pen, not black. Never write your name in black ink or someone you love. If you want to curse them, and then that's fine. So the blue ink with your name and your date of birth as well. You don't have to. If you don't know your enemy's date of birth, it's fine. You can just put his name or her name. Now, normally I would say to get a mason jar, but I know some people have a hard time. So if you can find a regular jar like this, it's fine, as long as it's small. I don't like to use really large ones or anything like that. I like them small when it comes to this kind of work, because if it's too large or just large enough, the paper is going to go and float around before it gets frozen, and we don't want that. We need it to be still, because we are going to stick this in here a certain way. Now, John Doe, the enemy, is going to be face down inside the jar, while our name, or Jane Doe name, is facing up. Okay? And the reason I like to go and do this is because when you're down in magic, it means you are being controlled, you are being dominated. When your name is up on top, it signifies you having power over that person. Not only that, but it's in opposite ways. One is going this way, one is going this way. One is going down, one is going up. Meaning your enemy will always have trouble in life, and you will always come on top, especially when he or she is trying to do something to you. It's not going to work because you're on top. They are in the bottom and you are on top. Okay? Now, since this is not a mason jar, because normally I would say to fill it up, but like I said, it's not a mason jar, so you want to fill it up only so much, because the water is going to expand when it turns to ice. And with a mason jar, the glass is made to expand and do a lot of things that a regular jar can't. So this is one of the reasons why people who do spells and things like that always have a few mason jars. But like I said before, it's not bad. Just don't fill it up all the way. Like I said, just up to here or something, just enough where you know it's going to go and expand. You want to make it a little stronger, that's fine. Where it says John Doe, you can write on top and say, and it doesn't have to be a sentence unless you wanted to, but in these kinds of spells I would put like one word sentence, like fail, unsuccessful, things like that, while on your name on top with this pen you will write on top of your name like successful, happy, freedom, things like that. And when you do things like this, it's going to add more power to your spell. Now, you're probably thinking, if I put my name on this too, it's going to go and freeze me. No, it's not going to freeze you. It's going to freeze the situation between you and this person to the point where you're always going to be on top. No matter what this person's going to try to do, you're going to be on top. Granted, he will be frozen, but there's times when people get that extra strength or extra energy to at least try to do something to you from time to time. But it doesn't matter because this situation is already frozen in place to the point where you will always be on top. And like I said, he can still try to do things every once in a while, but he won't be successful. And this is also good if you have a couple that have recently split up. You can freeze them and separate them. You can freeze them and keep them separated. But they have to be already separated. It doesn't matter how long, but as long as they're considered separated, you can do this to keep them separated. It won't separate them. It's not a separation spell, but it will keep them separated once they are separated. Okay, say if you are at work and you have a coworker, and you two are going after the same job, some kind of promotion. You can do the same thing. You can put your co-worker's name in pencil or black ink, just like this, and on top of his or her name you can put no promotion, unsuccessful, you can't, And you're gonna write your name now in blue ink, you know, like before. And why? Because blue is for what? Blessings. So you're going to bless yourself. And on top of your name, you are going to write promotion, successful, you will get this job, you know, things like that. And you're going to do the same thing. Your co-worker's name on the bottom, your name on top. And you're going to, of course, add your water, put it in the freezer, and you're going to freeze the situation. Okay? It's not going to freeze you to the point where you can't do things. It's going to freeze the situation itself, so you can get what? Ahead, and this person will not. You will keep him or her down while you move forward. Now say if you get your promotion after it's all settled and done with, you had your new job title for a month. If you want to release your coworker, all you have to do is just empty out the jar, get the paper, just tear it up, rip it up. You can flush it down the toilet. You can toss it in your trash can. You know, you can do whatever you want. And if you're thinking that it's going to take your new job title from you, no, because it did its job already. It did what it was supposed to do, which was to keep him down while you rose to get that new job title. Unless you want to keep him down for a long time while you keep on going higher and higher. So it's up to you. Well, that's pretty much it. Give me a like. Give me a thumbs down if you want. You can give me a comment, subscribe, follow me. I guess that's pretty much it. Until next time, may God bless you and yours.